Alright, welcome back to my little tutorial on solemnities, feasts, and memorials, both obligatory and optional. As I mentioned in the previous video, I've covered all three of those topics using the 4-book set of the Liturgy of the Hours. I also did promise I would take a look at the Book of Christian Prayer, the single volume set. As you know by now, and I've stated multiple times and at length, the Book of Christian Prayer is not my preferred method of praying the liturgy. Therefore, I am not really schooled in it. I don't have much experience with it. But I did have a chance to thumb through it briefly. I'm not going to go deeply into it, again, because it is not my preferred method, and I do not feel comfortable giving you detailed instructions on something that I am not familiar with myself. So again, I will show you some of the things. Now, the best friend for you in this, in navigating this, is honestly the St. Joseph Guide for Christian Prayer for the single book. I strongly suggest you cough up the $2.50, and it's a lifesaver. It'll help you out. When I was thumbing through it, I was getting a little frustrated with just all the page turnings and everything else. There seemed to be a little bit more page turning and flipping back and forth than there was in the 4-book set, which is understandable, again, because this is a truncated version of 4 books. This is 4 books condensed into one. And it does focus on the evening and morning prayers, which also limits it. So that helps a little bit navigating through like the daytime prayer and nighttime prayer. And I guess the Office of Readings, again, not really thrilled with the Office of Readings that they do in there. But anyway, let me just show you what I'm talking about. This will just be a short one. I'm not going to do a whole prayer, but I just want to use the same examples that I'd used from the 4-book set. As a matter of fact, if you would watch the videos on the 4-book set, you'll get a good grasp of how to deal with the Christian Prayer book as well. Like I said, different places, but it should look familiar. At least the pattern, because especially the morning and the evening prayers in the Christian book, in the Christian Prayer, and the 4-volume set should match. That is the purpose of it. The other ones are a little bit, more squirrely. Like I said, daytime prayer, they limit you. Nighttime prayer should be the same because that is a 7-day cycle. But the daytime prayer is usually, they use a 7-day cycle, which is perfectly acceptable. But it's a 7-day cycle, and that's it. Whereas the 4-book set uses the 4-week Psalter with the revolving 7 days. So there's a little bit more involved in that. All right, so anyway, bust out your St. Joseph's Guide. Now, the first date we had picked in the 4-volume set for a solemnity was June 24th. So I'll go to my June 24th, which is the birth of St. John the Baptist solemnity. Now, they have you starting at 1174. Now, if you remember what I said previously, when a solemnity falls on a Sunday, the Sunday trumps the solemnity. Usually it's moved to a Monday, I believe. However, this also interferes with the night before's prayer. That is why in this book it starts us on 1174. Now, if we go to the Book of Christian Prayer, 1174, we are going to find that it is starting us with an invitatory and a morning prayer. Now, we know from the 4-book set, and I should have warned you then as well, I'm not going to get into all these mistakes, but anyway, the night before would have been the evening prayer 1. As you can see, it actually starts on page 1172, but because it was suppressed due to the normal Sunday, we're starting instead on the normal day. Now, on the normal circumstances, the solemnity would actually begin on the evening before, and my little St. Joseph Guide would have had us starting on page 1172 for the evening prayer the night before. But anyway, as we continue, we see how it's laid out for our June 24th solemnity. Similar, there's our invitatory antiphon, the psalm that we usually say. Morning prayer. This, like I said before, I like that this, the Christian Prayer book does tell you specifically what hymn to use instead of leaving it up to you to choose, and to find where they should be. This one, like I said, the hymns are in the back in this particular edition. So you just pick hymn number 57. Is it 57? Yeah, hymn number 57, and sing that, and then proceed with your antiphons. And as usual for a solemnity, and I believe the feast as well, if memory recalls, you're going to be referring back to the Sunday, week 1 Psalms and Canticles. We're sleeving these antiphons in. There will be your reading, your responsory, the canticle that will go along with your morning prayer, intercessions, prayer. It's all laid out here, nice and even. Evening prayer, same thing. Psalms and Canticles from the Common of Holy Men. In that case, you would switch over to 1456 to get those out. 1456. All right, there we go. 1456. There's an antiphon down here, but you're supposed to be using these antiphons, which is why they had us starting on page 1456 instead of 1455, even though technically evening prayer began here. The psalm itself actually began on page 1456, so the antiphon matches up with the psalms. You run through all those, the response, the canticle, the intercessions, and the ending prayer as in morning prayer. So that was pretty straightforward and solid, easy to find. The solemnity, again, those are the most easiest because usually there is a solid path to follow. Now we're checking out our feasts. July 3rd. Oh, you know what? I should also use the opportunity to mention for your office of readings and daytime prayer. Again, these are the night prayer. They're a little lacking in my opinion, but they do mention the day prayer would be coming off of 1027, which is most likely the gradual psalmody as it is in the 4-volume set. They do specify that as 102. Yep, 1027. You're using the full complementary psalmody for mid-morning, midday, and mid-afternoon. There's no variation. This is exactly the same way it's done in a solemnity in the 4-book set. So that's laid out for you nice and easy there. What else was in this? For the 24th, day prayer was 1027. Evening prayer, we already saw that. Night prayer 1037. Night prayer 1037 should be the Sunday 1037. And yes, after evening prayer 2 on Sundays and solemnities, that is identical to the 4-book set. No problems there. Now the office of readings is a little bit different. Again, these things are a little shortened up. I couldn't even tell you what some of this stuff is here. Office of readings, page 1845. I don't know how you would start this. Let's see. 1845. 50. 1845. 1845. A hymn or poem may be selected. Doesn't really give you much help there. Maybe 18 what? 45. Oh, sorry, my apologies. I was looking at Saturday, the 22nd, not 23rd. Should have been the office of readings of page 1850, but then these readings here. So let me get back to 1850. Okay, yes. Okay, so that's coming off of a Sunday. Again, hymn or poem may be selected. Not much help there. So I guess you would start your psalmody off of this. The office of readings. Plus all the way through, and then the readings. The readings for the 24th. They have 1924F and 1948F. 1924F. 1924F. 1924. I don't know what F means. I guess you'd pick one of these. Well, since he said 1924, I would imagine you'd use reading number 1 here, the reading at Thanksgiving for ordinary time. The second one, they're calling for 1948F. So we go to 1948F. Again, there's no F on here, but it looks like, here we go, also for June 24th, birth of John the Baptist, so that helps. Reading 5, okay, so there's a reading that you would go through. There's no responsory after that, so that's a little confusing, at least to me. The Te Deum, yeah, okay, that, you know, we would do that, and then we'd have a prayer at the end, which would be 1173. As you can see, it's, you know, pretty ugly going back and forth on these. All right, 1173. It looks like they. Is that right? Yeah. No. Wait. Yeah. Prayer 1173. All right. So I guess that's the prayer you'd be using for the Office of Readings. You taking it from the night before's evening prayer. Okay. They know best. All right. So let's cover July 3rd. Wait, that was July 3rd. No, that was the Solemnity, wasn't it? Yeah. All right, so now we're going to move on to the July 3rd, the feast. Okay, so we bust out. It's the St. Thomas the Apostle feast, the 3rd. All right, we're starting from 1186, I guess, for the Invitatory. So let's hit 1186. All right, well, actually, 1186 is the whole beginning for July 3rd, Thomas Apostle. It's a feast. So that's good, unless you know. Read through. It immediately bumps us off to the Common of Apostles on page 1392. Okay, so there's our invitatory, and we do our psalm. I mean, the hymn, the psalm, you know, and the invitatory. Then for the morning prayer, again, Office of Readings is all discombobulated again, most likely. But we're gonna we're gonna follow this path here. Morning prayer, okay. They're having us head back to 1187. 1187. All right, so you'll start out with your morning prayer. There's a hymn, nice numbered out. Psalms and Canticles from Sunday, that's expected, 707. And readings. Intercession from 1393, you know, that's also expected. 1393. Well, you know what I'm talking about. And there's the closing prayer. What are we working on? July 3rd. Evening prayer is coming from 1188 as well. There's the evening prayer. Choosing a choice of 2 hymns, they give them right to you. Psalms and Canticles from the Common of Apostles, again, not a big surprise, 1394. 1394, there's your psalmody, alright. Evening prayer, daytime prayer is coming from 1008. Now this is a feast, so you should be using the regular weekday. 1008, it was a Wednesday, right? Yep. So the daytime prayer is the 1008. It is the Wednesday. Hymn, see some kind of guide on 1502. I guess you pick one. The first psalmody, and then you'd use the rest for the complimentary psalmody. That's standard. The night prayer should be different as well. Let's see, July 3rd. Night prayer is 1046. That should also be a Wednesday night. Yep, and here it is. Wednesday night, page 1046. Night prayer. Okay, so that all computes. Again, the Office of Readings, July 3rd, it was page 1794. 1794. There is a Wednesday for the week 1. Hymn or poem may be selected. Not much help there. There's a psalmody here for the Office of Readings, and the readings again are going to be, let's see, 1924F. 1924F. Okay, during this period, any book of Scripture is appropriate. That's not much help either, really, but okay, well, here's a reading. And it's the only one that's on this page, so that'll be reading 1. Read through. There's no responsory on that. Reading 1924F, and 2011F. So we could flip over to 2011F. 2011F. I'm going to need a box of Band-Aids attached to the back of this book with all the paper cuts you're going to get flipping through these. 2011F, again, I don't know what F means, but this is the only thing that starts on this page. Reading 1. Wait a minute, shouldn't this be reading 2? Wait, am I on the right? 2011, 1924F was the first reading, and 2011F should be the second reading. It says reading 1 though. Or 2053. Let's see, maybe I'll have some better look on 2053. 205. Oh wait, was that just reading 1 out of for ordinary time? Okay, doesn't mean reading 1 and and reading 2, as in first and second reading. It's actually just it's just numbered for convenience, I guess. All right, that explains that one. So 2053F or 1951. So we could do 2053F. All right, there's a second reading type, the sermon. 2053 or 1951F. Jeez. 1951. The other one down here is here. It's another sermon, so that'll be the second reading. All right. Then you close up with prayer 1192. You can see where I'm going here. How this flipping back and forth is going to kill you if you're going to try to do everything based off of the single book. Again, that's that's why I like the other book, the 4-book set. Laid out a little bit better for these kinds of things, the office of readings and the daytime prayer in particular. This book is great if you're gonna just do the morning and evening prayers. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I gotta give credit for that at least. The other stuff is where it's lacking. If you were just going to do that, you know what? I'm pretty much done with this. I spent enough time on this. I'm not even going to cover the memorials. You get the idea. This book is going to be your best friend, especially if you're doing the Christian prayer book. If you're doing the Christian prayer book, stick with morning prayer and evening prayer. Maybe throw in your night prayers as well. But honestly, the daytime prayer and the office of readings, to me, leave much to be desired. If you're going to pray the entire office, the entire divine office, get the 4-book set. I'll say that 200,000 more times if you'd like, but you get the point by now. Each of them has its own place. They're both very good resources. Very good divine office opportunity here. So that pretty much covers it. I'm gonna finish this up, upload it to YouTube, try to correct some of the errors I made in the comments section, and I'll leave it in your capable hands. God bless, good luck, and welcome to the Liturgy of the Hours. Hopefully all of these videos have been a help to you.